Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warcraft. We've seen Death Knell from Glag's eyes. We saw the Valley of Trials from Grakau. And we saved Northshire as Kaito. And interestingly enough, all of these took about 25 to 30 minutes to do. But Gahar and Kaito's, theirs seemed to take less time, only because it was a little bit more engaging. And the thing is, Kaito's actually, there wasn't a whole lot more going on than in the Valley of Trials. It's just the place was smaller, so it didn't take nearly as long to get to everything. So even though the orcs and the humans have a fairly similar starting place, because the humans' place is so much smaller, it seemed like it was taking up less time, even though it really wasn't all that different. Plus, there was more to look at, and because I know more Alliance stuff, there was more to talk about. There's really not much to talk about in the Valley of Champions. I don't know any of the stuff that goes on there, other than it being a large, barren, boring place. Anyway, we're about to go into my expertise. Night Elf lore. Gonna pop my bones here, because, oh, that was my neck. We're about to go into what I know the best, Druid lore. And there's a lot. Druids are like thousands and thousands of years old, as opposed to the other races that aren't. So let's go into it.
After years of imprisonment within the Emerald Nightmare, Archdruid Malfurion Stormrage has finally returned to the mortal world. Reunited with his love, Tyrande Whisperwind, Malfurion endeavors now to heal the corrupted world tree Teldrassil and rejuvenate the spirit of the Night Elf people. Yet as the great cataclysm shakes the boughs of their colossal tree, the Night Elves brace themselves against the coming storm. As war and destruction close in from all sides, it falls to Night Elves like you to stand strong and protect the enduring legacy of your people.
Ooh, very cinematic. Alright, here we are in the Shadowglen. Let's nip this in the bud right now. Turn that on. Alright, Ithilane. Greetings, Xalunedorei. I am Ithilane. Ilthalane, or is that Lithalane? I can't tell. I think it's Ilthalane. My purpose in Shadowglen is to train young druids like you to ensure that the balance of nature is maintained. Alright, so we gotta... This is actually the exact same. Nothing has changed. Oh my goodness. That was some... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I have no idea what that was. Fraps just started going crazy out of nowhere. Anyway, what I was just saying was that this quest is actually the exact same as from before. The Cataclysm. Nothing has really changed that much. Unless there's not also a quest to kill pigs. I wonder if they took that out after they made fun of it in South Park. Like, oh, they made fun of our pig-killing quest. We better take that out. Nope, there's still some pigs. There they are. Of course, you can't actually do that. You cannot grind on just killing pigs over and over again and get like 2 experience when you're grossly over-leveled. That does not work that way. It has never worked that way. Eventually, things stop giving you experience. Once you're about, I think, around 5 levels stronger than it. Similar to similar to Dungeons and Dragons, actually. That works about the same way, except you still get a tiny amount of experience. So I guess in Dungeons and Dragons that would actually work, but in this it doesn't. Oh, it's giving me a choice. Oh, and in that one it's not giving me a choice. Holy shit! That one quest boosted me to level 2. Did that happen with the others? I don't remember. You seem to know what you're doing. Perhaps I can task you with something more important. Alright, I have to go kill Grelkin, which are little demon imp things over here, I believe. And then I've got another quest to go talk to my druid trainer, which I'll do eventually. Oh, that bastard! He killed a whole bunch of them. Good thing there's still a whole lot more. The Grells. See, that's the same too. They called them Grelkin, even though these are Grell, not Grelkin. They're demons. So even the dialogue is left in from Cataclysm. From before Cataclysm. Is this just not changed? Even though the intro blurb is different, they kept the starting area the exact same for Night Elves. I have trouble believing that. Like, I know I said I've done this before, but it was a long time ago. But I still very clearly remember what this was before Cataclysm. So far it's the exact same. I'm a little skeptical about this. Why would they leave this one the same? Was the orc one the same? I've never made an orc before, so I don't know if that one was the same, but I know that the undead one is different, and I know that the human one is different. But are the night elf and the orc ones like the same? That would be weird. That'd be unfair. So much has happened to them.
What brings you?
Oh, that would be rude. Your service to the creatures of the Shadowglen is worthy of reward. Alright. You should speak to Melthar. I believe he has had some trouble. Okay, so he's like there. Oh, his name is Staghelm. Your name is Staghelm, dude. That means something.
How may I help? Goodbye.
Vicious little Grell. They have been stealing from our food stores again. If you wouldn't mind lending a hand, they are sure to have some stolen bags. Oh, I need to go kill more Grell? Really? I need to go kill more Grell? Oh my goodness. Suddenly, the quality of this place seems less. I mean, this place is beautiful. But that's Night Elf places to begin with. Oh my god. Oh, okay. I pick these up. I don't get them from Grell. I wish it would have, like, said that. Did they not change the dialogue at all? Did they not fix this? Oh my god, blast from the past. Nostalgia tripping in of this game being a little bit harder. Slightly harder. Like, I'm not gonna lie and say that this was difficult at all. It took me 2 seconds of looking with my eyeballs, and I could figure it out. But still, I'm surprised. But yeah, no. Night Elf places are beautiful, and I love it so much. It's so pretty. Like, I would love to live in a place like this with giant trees and just, like, have a cottage or something. I mean, I wouldn't have internet, so I'd be sad and bored a lot, but it would be beautiful, and I'm sure it would smell nice. Alright, Mr. Staghelm. I don't have any spare supplies for my customers. Have you had any luck? Illune be praised. Yay! Yay, I learned a new spell. This sigil was given to me by a messenger of our druid trainer Mardant. It seems Mardant would have words with you. Okay. Yeah, so we are in Shadowglen, which is actually one of multiple druid training areas. Unfortunately, the player will always start here, but it would have been nice if we could start in some of the other places too, like at random. Although that would actually be bad for one place in particular where in the future bad things happen to it. But, so this is Aldrassil, which is a tree of life, I believe, or an old tree of life that got turned into a home. The trees of life are in Warcraft 3, but they don't exist in World of Warcraft. I assume it's because they were all made into housing.
Greetings.
Ah, young one. Alright. So I will be your mentor and guide for now. It is my duty to teach you how to interpret not only what the spirits communicate to us, but also the complexities and secrets of the Emerald Dream. Alright, okay. Practice doing Moonfire. Okay. Pajam! Pajam! Okay, done. So you only have to do that one once as well. Priestess of the Moon. Now that you're practicing your new ability, perhaps you'd be willing to aid us in further pursuing the corruption haunting the Shadowglen. Dentara Silverglade, Priestess of the Moon, has offered to aid us. You should find her between the two pools just to the north. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, we're in Aldrassil. We're in the Shadowglen, rather. I mean, we are technically in Aldrassil, but we're in Shadowglen, which is actually atop Teldrassil, which, if you were listening to the intro blurb, is a giant tree. We are at the top of a giant tree with dirt and trees on it. I know. That's so weird. I mean, for one, it's kind of silly to think that we're not walking on ground right now. This is actually a weave of foliage and, like, vines that are creating a false ground. Which is it's weird to think about that, but that's true. This isn't dirt. I mean, if it is dirt, then it's on top of a network of vines, much like we're seeing on the ground. It's not proper ground.
I am honored.
It is good that you've come. Alright, oh my. Whoops, I didn't mean to stop the sentence there. Iveron's antidote. Our friend Iveron has fallen to poison from the nearby webwood spiders. I can tend to him if you keep his state from deteriorating, but I need someone to gather an ingredient. Collect 7 moon petals. Okay. Oh, they're there. I was like, where are they? There they are. Alright. So this is pretty easy. I cannot for the life of me remember if this was in Classic or not, but I do remember us having to go in and kill some spiders, and I think that's coming up in a second. So did they not change this, like, at all? That's grossly unfair. But whatever. It's just a starting area. It's not like it means much. Maybe they figured don't fix what ain't broke. You know what I mean? Like they were saying that about resto druids for Legion. They were like, we actually really like how resto druids work right now. So, you know, don't fix what ain't broke. We're gonna take away some of your spells though, and make some of the spells that you're using appear on the same talent tree, so you can't use them all, which is mean. I like my spells how they are, thank you. Anyway, I went a little nerd there for a second. I wonder why that happened. Couldn't be because I'm talking about World of Warcraft.
Greetings.
Our dear friend is not doing well. He requires mending. Alright, and they're also giving me a choice of things that I can't wear, which the other places did not do that I could remember. Alright, seek out the dryad known as Terindrila within the Shadow Thread Cave.
Like your power.
Alright. We gotta find a dryad. Dryads are cool. They're funny, but they're psychotic. They're like if you took a valley girl and made her into a mass murderer, but the mass murderer is a good guy for some reason. Like a good mass murderer, if such a thing existed, which it doesn't, but let's argue the possibility for a second. In a world where there are demons and, you know, a war going on between orcs and between the Horde and the Alliance, let us for one moment suppose that a Ah, hello. There you are.
Is there trouble?
They're also very pretty. I see you found me, young night elf. Dentara was wise to have sent you. I'd hoped to never return to Teldrassil for such grim business. I'd hoped that its corruption had been wiped away completely. Something foul lingers. Alright. So yeah, take a valley girl and make her into a mass murderer, but that mass murderer is a good guy for reasons. And thus you have a dryad. They are hilarious. They're also scary. This one seems to have a good head on her shoulders, though, so maybe not all of them are like that. But a lot of them are. Luckily, we won't have to talk to too many of them. They're also really cool design. I like the design. You go looking for Dryad in any other context. They don't look anything like that. I like this design. There sure aren't a lot of spiders. Probably because there were a lot of people out there a moment ago. Or at least not a lot of spiders I can kill. Yep, someone just came. Oh, God! Came through here. Whoopsie daisies. Well, that happened. Look. Is that Dryad gonna be able to reach me? Like, did she turn around and is she, like, on her way back around? Yeah, there she is. She's fast. And she's got a little butterfly friend. Dolinar is under attack. Oh, God. So, remember I told you that there was a story around those Stormwind Royal Guards before in an episode that is either preceding or after this one? But, yeah, so the reason for the Royal Guard was that Northshire and Goldshire, which is right outside Northshire, used to be the most common place for... No, I'm not going to kill you because I need to kill you later. No, come on, don't fight. Oh, is she just going to, like, insist on fighting this thing? I don't want to. Fine. But, yeah, so Northshire and Goldshire used to be the most common places for people on the Horde side to activate their PvP and just come and wreck new players. Just destroy them. And it soured the experience for so many people. And it actually did become a problem. Horde players would camp around Goldshire and just kill everybody, NPCs, new players, and even when people came from Stormwind to try to clear them out, sometimes they'd lose. And it was a mess that these players were doing just by playing the game that new players couldn't play. And while that does, like, you know, it breathes life into this Warcraft that we're in the world of. It does sort of sour the experience for a lot of new players, and people were complaining about it a lot. So they were like, all right, well, let's introduce the Royal Guard. And now there's several contingencies of the Royal Guard going back and forth between the Northshire entrance and the Abbey, and then another group going from the main road all the way from the edge of Elwyn Forest to Goldshire on both directions, and another group going from the entrance to Stormwind to Goldshire. So, like, there's several guards just to, like, decrease the amount of that happening. I think something similar was done for where we are for Dolinar, but I don't think it's nearly as powerful, nor as numerous as the Stormwind Royal Guard. So, yeah, that's a thing. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that story while I wandered around completely lost. Look, I have a bad sense of direction when it comes to being underground. I'm not used to being underground. I'm a night elf on my main, which means that I can turn into a cat, I can turn into a bird. There's not a whole lot of things for going underground and having good, like, skills maneuvering these underground mazes, so I'm not used to it. Alright, Githis Devile, we fought you a second ago, but now let's fight you again. I can't believe this Dryad. I guess it's a step up from escort quests, but it's not much better having someone like this follow you around and force you to fight things. Oh god, she teleported me! I didn't read what she said. Whoops, oh well. You've returned, it's good to see you. It seems you've dealt with the source of much of the corruption in Shadowglen. Teldrassil still suffers and will need attention, but we can afford a moment or two to finish your training here in Shadowglen. Alright, fill the crystal vial at the Moonwell in northeast Shadowglen. Can do. It's this way. Okay, why though? Crown of Azeroth. I mean, technically, the seat of the doesn't matter. As part of the ritual to complete your training here in Shadowglen, you must learn about our recent history. There is a task you must perform. Go to the Moonwell to our northeast. There it is. And fill the vial with water. While there, you will witness a glimpse of our magic and learn the past. Ooh, I doubt it's anything I don't know. Oh, much has changed for our people since the Battle of Mount Hyjal, which is in Warcraft 3. So this is like the only connection from now to Warcraft 3. Yggdrasil lies a pale shadow of what it once was. Its power used to defeat Archimonde to drive back the Burning Legion. Spoilers! Our immortality, our very essence of our beings was lost. Yeah, we used to be immortal, now we're not. The betrayer was freed from his prison, and Shan'do Stormrage disappeared into the Emerald Dream. A dark time for all. Mostly for Night Elves. But specifically for Night Elves. But I guess for all as well. Shan'do Stormrage, or Malfurion Stormrage. Shan'do is Night Elven, or Darnassian, for honored teacher. He is Shan'do Stormrage because he is the honored teacher, the Arc Druid. But yeah. He's one of the most well-respected people in World of Warcraft lore, even more so than Thrall,
What brings you
which means quite a bit. Our recent history is fraught with strife and violence. There is still much that we must... Alright. Well done, Xalunedorei. You have one task left for you before you depart Shadowglen. Awesome! Tanaran Stormgrip oversees all that happens in this glade. He resides in Aldrassil. If you look to your south, you'll see the underside of the ramp that leads. Ascend the ramp and complete your training. Gotcha. So I gotta go up there. Running, 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 running. Yeah, so spoilers for the end of Warcraft 3, if you haven't played that super old game by now. In Warcraft 3, we had to give up our immortality in order to save the world from a powerful demon called Archimonde. And we did so by burning one of our sacred trees. One of the world trees, Yggdrasil. One of the few non-corrupted world trees, I might add. Teldrassil was supposed to be its replacement, but don't get me wrong, I'm grateful to have Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful to have Shan'do Stormrage back, but this is all really suspicious. What happened to Faendril? Ooh. Yeah, Faendril was the Arc Druid who took over in Malfurion's place in pre-Cataclysm. What happened to him, we'll learn. Ooh, Tanaran Stormgrip.
I'm listening.
The Moonwell holds the waters of the Well of Eternity, the ancient source of magic that has wrought so many horrors upon our world. The Druids take advantage of its properties, the Sentinels revere the wells as shrines to Elune, and now even the returning Highborn look to the wells longingly. You have heard the first part of the aftermath of the Battle of Mount Hyjal. There is much more for you to learn, and the task you have begun here will continue throughout the rest of your journey, through Teldrassil and into Darnassus. While there is more I could speak to you of the Moonwells and of Teldrassil, I must send you along. Corithus Moonrage will be expecting you. I have poured the vial of water you brought to me into this vessel to bring to him. Seek out Corithus. You will find him at the Moonwell in Dolinar. Oh, I don't want to go there. It's under attack. Mind you stay on the road, though. There are dangerous beasts in the forest of late. Okay, so the thing he just cast on me will let me jump down. Geronimo! Shh. shit, I'm going in the wrong direction. Balls, I'm gonna hit a tree. Watch out for that tree. Oh yeah, I got an achievement. Yeah, there are achievements in this game, by the way. But yeah, we'll learn more about that in the future. Whatever it was I was talking about, I've already forgotten. I think about what happened to what's his face? Fandral Staghelm. Ah, see? I wasn't lying. There was a reason that guy's name was important. God, I look stupid! Can I put these back on? Yeah, screw it. I'm gonna wear these until I have to wear something else that looks half decent. I hate leather armor so much. I miss being able to wear cloth as a night elf. Druid, I mean. You can wear cloth as a druid. I mean, as a night elf. Damn it! You can wear cloth as a night elf, as like a priest or a mage, which exists now. It used to not exist. That's a whole other story. Night elves can't take in arcane magic as well as other races can, and it turns them into highborn, which are biologically different, but they look the same. Look, it's not important. We are at the edge of Shadowglen, which means that we are technically out of the Night Elf starting area, meaning that this video is done. Bye, everybody.